Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for being here, mostly in the moment, with me, Mystic Mia Moksha, for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at what is their ideal date with you. We're going to be looking into how the date would go from beginning to end, what they would be thinking and feeling, what they would say to you, their actions towards you. It's going to be really fun, hopefully. Hopefully this will be lighthearted and spirit won't make this very deeply spiritual, as they always do, but I've come to accept that this is my role in life, to do these really highly, divinely channeled spiritual readings. So we have 4 piles here. We have pile number 1 with flowers in the rose quartz. We have pile number 2 with candy and the blue Argonite. We have pile number 3 with candles and the tiger's eye. And pile number 4 with jewels and the Lapis Lazuli. So you may pick a pile depending on the image that resonates with you, the number, the crystal, wherever you feel pulled towards. You're welcome to choose more than one pile if you wish. The timestamps are below in the description box. And at this time, I would love to say thank you so much for your views, your likes, your comments, and your donations. They are greatly supporting me and the soul mission of mine. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'm really using every bit of it to push through at this time. Like, really exhausted, but I know, this is what I need to do in order to move forward in this career and start this channel back up again. And I'm tearing up a little bit because everyone that has been viewing, liking, commenting, and donating, buying readings from me and sharing their kind words with me. I mean, it's really been so helpful and it's really helping, and I can see immediate results. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 1 with the flowers and the rose quartz. Let's see, what is an ideal date for them with you? See the main theme of this date. Temptation. Oh, wow. We're starting these readings off the bang. No pun intended, but yeah, quite literally with a bang. Temptation is the Devil card, and there is a very good chance that this ideal date starts very sexually, or there is a very, very strong, dense air of sexual desire and temptation through the entire day, where you just want to pounce on each other, where you can't stand to be right next to each other. You have to go excuse yourself and go to the bathroom and pour water over your face to cool yourself down and get yourself together, and they're doing the same thing. It's that, the electricity between the two of you, the air between the two of you is that thick with desire. Whoa. It's hot and heavy, for the entire day. Oh, wow. Okay. Main theme of this date. Thinker, and it came out in reverse. There's very little thinking involved. It's more action oriented. You both are kind of being really in the moment and kind of playing off of each other's actions, being very flirty, not thinking about what you have to say. And there's a very there's a sense of you don't even have time to think. It's just everything's happening so quickly, and you're just kind of so flustered and with butterflies in your stomach the whole time, and they are too, that it's kind of just it's you're not thinking at all. You're just kind of going with the flow and just moving from one thing to the next thing. Wow. Main theme. Wow, are you kidding me? Knight of Wands. Yeah, that is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of your hands go finding, the other person's body, touching each other a lot, like, really being kind of promiscuous, and like even if you're at dinner, you're holding hands and playing with each other with your feet underneath the table. I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of sneak into a hallway at an event, at a party, at a restaurant, an alleyway, and just sneak kisses from each other, make out with each other, or even more than that. So there's very sexual tension here, for sure. Strong sexual tension. There's a feeling of like, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to get some tonight, or something like that. Even if you're not that kind of person, and even if you're not that overtly promiscuous on a first date, or on any date in general, even if whether this is a first date, or this will apply to you whether you're single, dating, and little to no communication, or having a long-term relationship, or even married, like, there's a feeling of like, I don't know, newness in this connection. This date, it feels like you're kids and you had your first crush and you're going out, and there's like, all those hormones going on. It's like it's really like that. So whether like it ends with a kiss at the end of the night, or a makeout session, or more, there's a sense of like, yeah, this is happening. Like, you both know it, you both sense it. Like, this is very, very strong. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of flirting. 8 of Wands is the love messages, the love letters kind of card. There's a lot of flirting, intense, heavy flirting. I keep saying like heavy flirting, heavy sexual energies, because it's like way more than usual. Way more than on a usual date with someone. Whether you're on a first date, or like this is the millionth date. Like, this kind of intense sexual energies between two people on just a regular date is never usually this intense. This is like, I don't know, you two are like a very good physical match for each other, for sure. Definitely find each other really attractive, hard to keep your hands off of each other, be close to each other, blowing your breath on the other person's neck. There's like a lot of like tantric energy going on here. I feel like I'm even blushing right now. Like, it's like that 10 of Cups. Are you kidding me? There is genuine like ecstasy feeling here. A lot of like maybe feeling like everything's too perfect and too good, but like, who cares? The date, like, you want to be in that ecstasy. You want to be in those like extremely happy, blissful energies. Nine of Swords, 4 of Swords in reverse. There is a bit of like worry that, is this all in my head? What if this ends quickly? What if this doesn't happen? And like, I don't know, there's like some negative self-talk that is like coming up randomly. What if this is all in my head and I end up going home alone? And then I won't be able to sleep at night. I'll just be awake thinking about them. Like, kind of like a little bit of like fear and doubt comes up. Like, do they think about me the same way that I think about them physically? Do they find me attractive? Do they find me sexy as much as I find them sexy? And it's because it's so kind of out of this world, blissful and happy, enjoyable, this date with you, that they would doubt themselves a little bit. But that's kind of like the fun of it I'm getting from them. Like, they would want this in a date because it's like kind of like pinching themselves, knowing that this is real. So this like kind of reality check for them. The fact that like they admire you so much, and that like you can like they have a little bit of fear that you would leave them for someone else or something, right? That they wouldn't be good enough for you. That's like always an underlying like mini fear that they have, because they like find you that attractive. That's going to be always there for you, whether you don't know this person yet. It's day 1 or day 100, you know, or day 1,000. Like, that underlying fear is still with them because they like you that much. Very sweet. Okay, so let's look at how the date would start. So how would the date start? Ooh. Your touch ignites a sun within me. Yeah. I had a feeling. I'm like, this is going to be a very touchy-feely date right from the get-go. Right from the beginning. Ooh, and it like easily slides into like, whether you know this person for a long time or you or this is a new thing, like it just seems like it just transitions from one thing to another thing very quickly, and that's how they always wanted. They're like always wanted to be very suave, and they always wanted to be like very smooth with one thing leading into another thing the next part of the date. And so they always dreamt of that for an ideal date with you. I'm overwhelmed by excitement and confusion. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. There's a lot of touching, excitement, confusion, because of how, like, confusion because you guys aren't using your brain. All the blood is going somewhere else. Definitely not boring. 100% not boring. This is a very interesting date. I feel like the activities that they kind of picked out for you two is things that you always wanted for your perfect date too. It's like very like synchronistic. It's like the place that they bring you to, or the activity that they have you to, or like the restaurant or the place or whatever. It's like exactly how you imagined it too. So it's something that you're both interested in, very excited about. Let's see. Let's get more details. Network of people. Parental figure. Okay, this is something I feel like this is so cute. Okay, it's something like their parent would have done, like in their parents' time, how a date would have been. So it's like, it's really cute. Like, and they might have people in on it. Like, they might tell their friend, like, oh, hey, can you drop this off at this exact time at this restaurant or at this place? Or they might call ahead to the restaurant and be like, can you bring this out, or can you do this? Like, so their ideal date would be like everything goes to plan, according to plan, or something like that, and then everything goes smoothly, and then one thing leads to another thing. It's like they keep surprising you, and like you know, little things pop up out of nowhere. And so I feel like they have people in on it. Like, they call the restaurant ahead of time, they call whatever, like wherever they're taking you for a date, they call the people ahead of time, like, can you do this? And like, maybe they went to the place that you're having your date like the day before to set something up with like balloons or flowers, you know. It's very cute. Like, maybe they set something up with flowers or flower petals or something like that. Oh, I know where flower petals lead. Um, this parents and parental figure, I'm getting like, they're not just picturing a date, they're picturing the date that they would propose to you with. I'm getting like chills. That's really cute. Like, so their ideal date, their perfect date with you that they're thinking of is none other than the day that they would propose to you. And if you're already married, then like, you know, that you would renew your vows, or an anniversary date or something like that. And so they're pulling out all the stops. They're being so overly romantic. You're both feeling it, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of like I can't even like unless I make this 18 plus, like say the things that I would, like the things that are, you know, coming up energy wise in this reading. It's really like they're really turned on by this act of like, I don't care who you are, like whether you care for engagements or not, weddings, marriages, or just see it as a piece of paper, it doesn't matter. Like when you're committing to someone in that way, it like overfills you with emotions, right? And so it really gets like, it pumps their blood up, pumps your blood up, and it's like there's like that's what this is. I'm like, why is this energy so electric? It's like, because like, you know, you're two are in love and you're making this commitment or something, or they're about to like kind of propose to you, or you're about to propose to them, and there's like blood rushing, and it's like very romantic. You're so in love. Your hormones are going crazy. That's what it is. Oh, that's so cute. Can we get more specifics? That's why I'm like, Spirit doesn't want to tell me. Do you see how long I was like shuffling those cards? Because like Spirit doesn't want to tell me, because they don't want me to tell you, because it's supposed to be a surprise. So their ideal date with you, they're kind of keeping it a surprise. But this is the amount of information I can tell you. Seven of Pentacles. I mean, they've been planning this in their heads for a long time. Or if you don't know this person yet, they will be planning this for a very long time. Magician, yeah, from day one, I'm getting, or from like the first time they asked you out, or the first date, or the first whatever. They've been planning this, and they've been visualizing this, and like fantasizing about this, and planning this in their head. It's very cute. I'm not going to spoil it for you, so we're just going to move on to the next thing, which is what kinds of actions would they be taking towards you? What would they be thinking and feeling? Okay, so let's see. I want you. Yeah, and there's this kind of feeling of like, I want you, and I'm going to... Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but my camera just turned off for some reason. And that's how like palpable and like heavy and intense this energy is. I don't know if it recorded, but I was in the middle of saying like, I want you, so I'm going to have you. And it's like a very like primal kind of sexual energy, and it's just like, yeah, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing. This love scares me in reverse. This love does not scare them. They're manifesting this. They know this is part of their like destiny. You're part of their destiny. That there's something, you know, there's like a connection, very deep connection there. And that doesn't scare them at all. And it makes them actually more horny, I guess, and like more attracted to you, and like want you, like very like rip your clothes off, kind of want you. It's fun kind of doing this reading. I have kind of done this kind of reading in a bit. Okay, so their thoughts and feelings about you. I can tell you don't trust me. I want to change that. So they kind of, in this ideal date, they're going to check off all the boxes of things that you potentially might have doubted them on. They're like, oh, you think I wouldn't be committed to you? You think I wouldn't like last this long with you? You think I wasn't thinking about this? You think I don't remember all the things that you said you wanted to do, all the things that you said you liked? Well, I'm going to show you all in this one perfect, beautiful date. It might be like an overnight thing. Maybe they got a hotel. Maybe it's a trip or something. Most likely, if it's like a engagement kind of date. So there's a lot of like, I want to change their mind with this one date. Like, you don't think I'm romantic. You don't think you don't think I actually really love you. You don't think, I don't know, all these things. Like, they want to correct whatever you have told them that they are like lacking or would never do or are not interested in with them. I'm planning to surprise you. Literally, I said that. That's so... Wow. I'm planning to surprise you. Wow. So let's look at their thoughts and feelings. Yeah, like, I feel like things happen like so quickly. I feel like even during the day, it's like one thing after another. It happens very quickly. They're definitely planning a new adventure with you. So even if this isn't an engagement, maybe it's something to do with starting something together, moving in, or moving to a different location because of your job or their job. I think like this parents thing, it's like they check in with something. They check in with either your friends or your family or your job situation because they want to make sure whatever they're planning for you like works with your life. So something significant like that. And their action towards you. Yeah, they're planning to kind of, I feel like they have like a list in their mind of all the things that like you always wanted in a date or that you like and that you don't think they're capable of, and kind of like knocking all those out or most of those out in one date. Yeah, everything's like coming like very quickly. It's like, even though that they've been planning this for a long time, it happens very quickly. This almost sounds like an actual date. Like, this almost sounds like someone that you know is already planning this date. If you don't know this person yet, like, this is the situation that will happen at surface level in the beginning. It doesn't seem like they're planning much or something, and then boom. If you've been with this person for a while, it's kind of like they've been planning this for a while, and it surprises even you. Five of Cups, I feel like it's because they've been kind of in a difficult place, or you've been in a difficult place recently, and they really just kind of want to change that. King of Swords. They're like, I don't want to tell you that I'm going to do this. I want to show you with my actions. Wow. What a reading. Okay. So what would they talk to you about? What would they say to you? What would they talk to you about? What would they say to you? I don't want to share this journey with anyone else. Yeah, so that's exactly what I got. Like, they're trying to start this journey with you. The Page of Wands, like starting a journey. And so whatever it is, maybe it's adopting a pet, or moving in together, or getting married, or it's an anniversary or something like that. Like, this is a the date of dates, you know. This is a very important one. And they're going to say that. They would say that to you. They would let you know. I never expected it to be you. So if that's where I got kind of like that, like kind of nervous feeling, because kind of this like underlying fear of like, what if they don't believe me? What if this, you know, what if they're secretly thinking of like leaving me, or, you know, like, I mean, I'm getting that kind of feeling because like, I'm getting like, it was too good to be true. Like this was like it couldn't have happened. Maybe they were the kind of person who didn't think they would come around to this, or they never thought they could, like you were so out of the league, or you were too perfect that they never expected anything to come from this, because it's like, why would you choose them? And so because like once they found that out, they wanted to prove to you or show you with actions and like what they paid attention to you with, and show you everything, put it all together for you. Meditate. Yeah, I think they'll tell you a little bit about how, like, their ideal date, they would want to tell you about how they're so at peace with you, how you've kind of helped them have, you know, less crazy thoughts. I feel like they were drowning in their thoughts before they met you, and you kind of gave them direction. You kind of gave them like a love of a lifetime, and they didn't expect that. They kind of always expected to kind of just overthink and always be passed up on, and just kind of go from one person to the next person. You gave them so much peace. And so this is a very like deep conversation. Like the things they say to you, it's like very meaningful, very honest, and very hopeful and exciting for what's to come. So let's see how this date would end. How would this date end? Ace of Cups with a romantic offer. Yeah, see that I said like it could be engagement, right? But it could be something of that, like, wait. A King of Pentacles. So yeah, it could be. I definitely do think it's more, will you be my boyfriend, girlfriend? Will you be my husband, wife? Will you move in with me? Will you take on this project with me? Will you have children with me? Will you take in my children? Can I take in your children? Will you move here with me? Something along those lines. But yeah, it ends with a bang. It started with a bang. It ends with another bang. A different kind though. Maybe the same. But yeah, this is a very beautiful reading. Very lust-filled, but in appropriate ways, because there's so much love behind this lust. And yeah, I'm very, very happy for you if this is something that has actually happened for you very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'd really appreciate a like or comment. If you're new, or if you just found me out, or even if you're returning, you probably know that I'm kind of starting up my channel again after taking a year off to kind of figure out what move to make next in my spiritual career. And it was really agonizing, but I came back and I know and have clarity of what to do. And with your support, I've been doing really well, really quickly. I'm kind of surprised myself. And so I would love your continued support in any way that you can, with a like and comment or donation, or just, you know, watching this reading and sending me well wishes. That it means so much to me, and I thank you so much. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 2 with the candy and the blue Argonite. Let's see what an ideal date for them is with you. What is the main theme of this date? Transformation. Okay, wow. that is the Tower card. Very intense. Hi, pile number 2 with the candy and the blue Argonite. Let's see what their ideal date with you would be. What would be the main theme of the date? Transformation. Okay, wow. That is the Death card, but I'm getting it's like this date will transform you. It will transform them. It will transform the connection between the two of you. Wow. I do see it like you go into the date one way and you both come out of it different. And the connection between two of you comes out of it different. By the book. I feel like they're being very like formal and like ladylike or gentlemanlike, and they're like, you know, holding all the doors, or they're acting very properly, you know, like pulling the seat out for you, just, you know, complimenting you, eating, you know, nicely, not trying to be messy kind of thing. I feel like it's like, okay, one thing and then the other, like it's like a dinner and then a movie and then, you know, go out for like, you know, a nightcap or something. Something is like very orderly about this, and they're like doing it like how it's always been done, like a little bit traditional. So this is going to be like a little bit more of a traditional date, and I'm getting it's because they're kind of nervous and they're kind of like scared a little bit, and so they don't want to take the guessing out of the game. They want to like try something new when this is so important to them, so they're sticking with what they know works. They're a little bit nervous, and I don't know why, because this seems like a big energy. Okay. Okay, my cards were kind of sticking. It was like, it just feels like they want to say something, and like they're like nervous about saying it. They've been carrying around this thing that they want to say to you for such a long time, and they feel like, okay, this is it, I have to tell them. So their ideal date with you is about something that they want to tell you that they haven't been able to tell you yet. And they're like, after this, like, they're going to see me differently, or, you know, things are going to change. And so they're really, I feel like they've tried multiple times to tell you this. And so in their ideal date, they would tell you this. They're thinking about it in their head. They're fantasizing about it, daydreaming about this ideal date with you, because they can't come out and just say it. They weren't successful in doing that before. I'm getting for like very few of you, this might have been a date that you actually had, like recently, past month or past year or something like that. The Magician in reverse. Yeah, they're like, I can't go another second, another day without telling them this or doing this. Either telling you something or doing something. What is it? What is it? Four of Wands, but it's in reverse. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Four of Wands, happy marriage, happy home card, but it's in reverse. For me, wow, the Magician in reverse again. Okay, so this is like they want something to happen immediately. They want something to happen immediately. So they want to either be in a relationship with you. Yeah. They're like, I want you to be mine immediately. Like, I want to like scoop you up. I want to take you off, like stop you from like take you out of the dating game, so no one can have you but me. Like something along that line. So what this will resonate whether you're single, little to no communication, you know, have been dating for a little bit or a long bit, or even married with a long-term relationship. But I feel like if this is something new, I feel like they want to scoop you up. they want to take you off the market. You know, like no one else can have you. Like I need to take them, I need to make them mine before anyone else does. And if you've been in a long-term relationship or known them for a long time, it's kind of like I have to secure this with them, so they stay with me. I have to clear this up with them. I have to tell them, either tell them my true feelings or clear this issue up with them. If there was some confusion about something, maybe they were maybe jealous of maybe someone that you were talking to, or you might have been, kind of curious about if they were, talking to someone, or something along those lines. And so they're like, no, I have to clear this up with them. I have to tell them the truth, or I have to tell them how I feel, and I have to, secure them. I keep getting, secure them. I have to make them mine. I have to make sure we're good. This is very important to them because I feel like they've been trying to tell you this. Queen of Cups. There's a little bit of guilt here because you've been nothing but kind to them. Whether this is someone you don't even know yet and it's coming in, or someone you've known for a while. This is you've been really nice to this person. You've been nothing but kind and honest. Even when they messed up, or even when they didn't say the right things, or they didn't do the right things, you're still okay, fine, just don't do it again, or that's okay, now you know what I like, so you won't order that again, or that I'm allergic to it, or that's fine that you said that to my friend or my brother or sister, but as long as you apologize, I get it, it was in the heat of the moment, something like that. It's something like you forgave them for a small mishap because you understand they're human and whatever. And so they have a little bit of guilt because they feel like you've always you were kind to them before, or you're usually kind and forgiving, and so they're not sure if you're going to be this time. Okay, so what is this? How would this date start? You are seared into my heart. So they are going to start off by telling you how much you mean to them, and how much they want to be with you forever. Because, I keep getting lock them down, make sure that everything's good, that kind of feeling. So they're going to, right off the bat, come off with that. It's I just wanted to let you know that, I picture us being together forever. You mean so much to me. You've done so much to transform me, to change me into a better person, to a better version of me, something like that. I just want to call you, but I won't. And that came out in reverse. So I feel like it's they've been wanting to call you, and they finally do. In the past, it was they were about to call you up, they're about to text you, they're about to DM you, they're about to come to your place, or tell you over dinner, and there's so many times that they almost told you and then they didn't. What is going on here? Let me get all the details for you. Okay. They were really stressed out about this in the past, but I feel like they've conquered their fears and they're ready to come and tell you. So their ideal date with you is putting it all on the table and clearing things up. It might not even be about you or another third party or anything. It might not even be about their past or their past relationship. It might be, it could be something about their past, but not maybe something about money, or something about their family, or something about their work or something. I don't know, maybe they lost their job and they don't want to tell you, or they I don't know, something let's see. I feel like they have a secret. The World card, this will 100% change this connection. Like either like things will end or things will begin very beautifully. So this could be a really good secret, or it could be a really like surprising and shocking secret, but either way, you two will be forever changed after this. Because I feel like this is something that they're planning. Besides a few people that already had the situation happen. But I feel like for most of you, this is something that they're planning, and then they have been kind of picturing taking you out and telling you this, and they want to like kind of, cushion the blow kind of thing. But I'm also getting, it could be something really good, but it could be something good, like they got a job, but it means that they'll have to move and something like that. So we'll see. Let's see what's related to someone coming back. This is like turning into a soap opera or something. I'm sorry. Like I'm not trying to trivialize or reduce anyone's like connection, but this is like shocking stuff. Like with a death card, I mean, this is gonna be like a drama, very well made, tastefully done drama, Academy Award winning drama movie. But someone is coming back. Who is coming back? It might be them. Maybe they're coming back and they've been thinking about coming back to you for a very long time, and it's just been kind of like they almost want to call you at certain times. They almost wanted to like reach out to you. They almost wanted to, come to your door or ask like a friend or a family member about you or something like that. Maybe they did recently in the past, and then you got kind of annoyed by it, and you're like, okay, just don't talk to anyone I know or something like that. Or maybe you don't even know about it. Or maybe it's like their like ex reached out to them and they want to tell you about that, and like maybe it's like a situation, maybe their ex is in kind of sort of trouble, or maybe it's your ex coming back and they want to talk to you about that. Like they see that like you have a choice now, and they're like, oh, who are they gonna pick? And they're kind of nervous about it, so they want to lock you down, or they want to like come out with their feelings and see where you're at with your ex coming back or something. There's a lot of drama here. Let's get more information. The Tower card in reverse. Sorry, I'm like gasping at like every like card that turns around because this is so like bombastic. It's like bombastic isn't really the right word. Shocking. A lot of truth bombs coming out. The Tower in reverse for me is a really positive, surprising event that like the divine created. So it's almost kind of like a miracle. So maybe someone comes back, maybe you're in a relationship and then someone comes back for you, and it's like they see it and you had to choose between them or someone else, because it's like good news for you. That's for sure. But surprising, could change your path in life kind of thing. So it's a very like big fork in the road. But I'm getting like you two are kind of like loyal to each other, like by the book, like you two did right by each other. So like this third energy coming back in, it could be like an old job being like offered to you or to them or something. I don't know, something kind of coming back. But for most of you, it's like a person coming back, and it's a good thing. It's just surprising, and it changes things between the two of you, and that's why they don't know where you two stand. So they're fantasizing about this kind of date, about like how things would change if this is them coming back. It's like a very miraculous meeting, divine meeting. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands again underneath this other Ten of Wands. It's a lot to take in for you and for them, because like I feel like they're the ones trying to lock you down, so you're the one who's kind of has an ex coming back or has another partner coming back, or they're jealous of you, and that's why they're trying to like lock it down. They weren't nervous before, but now things have changed completely, and the cycle's going to change. The cycle's going to end, and a new one's going to begin between the two of you, no matter what. Oh my gosh. Any more info on what's coming back? Food, gardening, farming, collecting. Let's see which one of these. 4. Growing. I knew it was 4. I knew it was going to be growing. Yeah, so I feel like the feelings are growing again or something. This person coming back, like your feelings for them is growing again. But at the same time, this person's feelings for you has been growing, or this connection has been growing, or if you know this person for a long time, it's been like going well. So it's kind of like, where is it going now that like this person that you had feelings for is, you know, checking up on you? What does that mean for us? Wow, so many things going on. Okay, so let's move on to what kind of actions would they take towards you? What would they be thinking and feeling on this date with you? So the actions, you already know. Okay. I think you already know. However this person is normally, that's exactly how they would act. Is it going to be groveling if they're that kind of person? Is it going to be showering you with gifts if they're that kind of person? Is it if it's like spinning fantastical stories if they're that kind of person? Telling you beautiful lies if they're that kind of person? Being honest and truthful, a person with integrity if they're that kind of person? You know, being a strong and emotionally mature and, you know, doing the respectable thing, being the bigger person if they're that kind of person. So if you already know, however this person is, that's the exact action. If whatever you're thinking right now, that's exactly what they would do. I imagined you naked. I'm getting this more you to them, where you're kind of just trying to have, they're gonna try to see you as just trying to have fun with them, that you just wanted one thing from them, either like, you know, their money or their skills or their experience or their body, or, you know, you just wanted a placeholder or something like that. So that's what they're thinking. All these like things are coming up for them, and that's what they're thinking that you might possibly think of them. And so they're gonna act in crazy weird ways, and you're gonna be like, aren't we just here having pizza or something? Like, aren't we just here watching a movie? Like, what's wrong? And they're gonna be acting weird, and you're just gonna be like, what is wrong with this person? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting so weird today? And it's because all these things are going through their head, and they're acting in all these ways because of it. And outwardly, you might not see, you might just see that they're doing all these things and saying all these things, but you're just going to think they're weird. They're acting weird or something. Okay, so their thoughts and feelings about you. I've been thinking about proposing to you. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I feel like they might try to lock you down. I kept getting that. Hold on, let me turn on the light. All right. So I knew the sun was going to be setting during this reading, and it's kind of funny that like transformation, it goes from dark to light. So I do feel like there is light at the end of this transformation between the two of you after this date or after this situation happens between the two of you. It's a physical event, and it happens in the physical between the two of you. Whether it's like you just happen to bump into this person and then you just kind of follow it up with some, grabbing a coffee or something like that, or getting into a conversation and like continuing it on over the phone or something the next day and meeting up or something, planning on like meeting up the week after or something, or this is someone you've been dating and they're thinking about locking you down, making it official or something, or if you've been dating for a while, been in a relationship for a while, they've been thinking about like locking you down because they see that like you might be not willing to wait any longer, or there's someone that comes back and they're kind of feeling, all these things. Or if you've been in a relationship for a long time, it's kind of like they might be planning to do something like plan a romantic getaway, or proving their love to you in some sort of way. Like it can be very casual, just to like, them making a very cute candlelight dinner, or like recreating your first date or something like that, or I don't know, something to show you how much they care, and you're kind of just like, why are you doing this? Because you might either like not know why this person is doing this, but they just have all these like thoughts and jealousy and things in their heads, or you know what it is, because this person came back, or this opportunity came back, and that's going to change things between the two of you, and you're I'm not entertaining them, but you're taking it seriously. You're matching their level of seriousness. But with the candy here, like I do feel like it's more like they're trying to keep it lighthearted. Like that's what I mentioned, like movie, pizza, like movie, dinner, whatever, or it could be something casual like pizza, Netflix or something, or like they're trying to keep it like lighthearted and fun for you, so it will like cushion the blow I'm getting. So they try to make it very sweet, and they're trying to do a lot of like sweet things, but like underneath the surface there's like something big going on. Okay, their thoughts and feelings. I miss being intimate with you. So this could be someone coming back that misses being with you. It could be that you've gone to a fight and have been on been taking space from each other for a little bit, on a break for a little bit. Maybe they just kind of recently messed up and you forgave them, but you kind of were like, okay, like this changes things though. Like I forgive you, but like give me space, or something along those lines. But they miss you, and kind of woke them up a little bit that they need to put in a little bit more effort towards you. But things have already kind of started changing, and so it's either like you're gonna move on to something better and they know it, or they're definitely gonna be there and they change and they're gonna in a way that like is appropriate. People don't truly ever change, you already know, but like in the sense that they like want to do this for real. Like there's a lot of seriousness here. Okay, their actions towards you. Wow, so they do take a lot of little actions, and I feel like if they don't physically, they haven't been texting you much, or they haven't been very open with how they feel towards you, and it's kind of been frustrating for you. So it's kind of like maybe you kind of like lost hope or reduced your expectations of them to ever step up, and they know that. They know they haven't been texting you. They wanted to, but they wanted to call, they wanted to text, but they just didn't, and they know they're at fault for that. They should have. They know that. Yeah, the 8 to 7 of Pentacles like, not even at all. It's like, at least one text. Come on. Like, you know, one text, one call, and that would have changed the whole thing, but you didn't. You know, that kind of feeling. Or, you know, after this happened, you could have called me or texted me, or you could have told me how you felt then. Or, like, you know, like, why did you let so much time pass? Or why did you not stick up for me? Or why did you, you know, not talk to me when we were together? Or, why didn't you say these things to me before? Or, like, you know, whatever. Something like that. So if they're picturing this ideal date with you, this is coming up in their head over and over again because they're going to address this. They want to address this. They want to just kind of, they realize that they could, like, lose you, and that really freaks them out. And they're going to do anything, including address this issue. That's their actions, because they know, like, why would you be with them if they don't even bother to text you back or call you back or, you know, check in kind of thing. Ace of Swords. I'm getting a little bit of jealousy. Like, maybe they see you texting this other person, or they know that you've been texting someone else or something like that. Or someone that you were interested in the past is now texting you or something. And they know they messed up. Ace of Swords in reverse. They're not gonna tell you, but they're thinking of proposing to you. But, like, with all these, like, the Four of Wands, the Magician in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse, like, I don't feel like they're doing it for the right reason. I feel like they're doing it more to, like, kind of lock you down. Knight of Wands. But, like, hey, like, if you were interested in this person, you were just waiting for them to come around, you know, this works. You know, they eventually got around to it, even if it's not, like, the best way. Like, you know, they could be when I was talking about, you already know, like, however they are, it's, like, that amplified. So if they're already kind of not a good person, it's going to be amplified in this date. If they were a really good person, it's going to be amplified, and they're going to pull through, you know? So either way, like, they're going to take action. You're going to respect that they took action, and, you know, it's the ball's in your court. It's up to you. Okay, so what would they say to you? What would they talk to you about? It's very interesting because it's like I'm getting a mix of people. So this could be a good situation or, you know, a releasing situation depending on your situation. Please don't give up on us now. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of I'm trying to hold on to you. Please give us another chance. Whether this is someone coming back, this is someone you've been dating, or someone you've been with for a long time, they're like, please don't give up on us now. I love you beyond measure. What I'm getting is because, like, they didn't really try, or maybe they didn't know how to articulate their feelings for you, and that was kind of an issue, because, like, you know, you can't assume things from anybody, right? You have to, like, tell them, and they might have thought, like, you assume that they love, you know, that they love you, and or assume that they would come back, or assume that they would take these actions, but, like, it's like, no. It's not right for people to assume, right? So it's, like, not your fault. It's, like, their fault for assuming all this stuff. Speak your truth. Yeah. It's, like, a now or never kind of moment for them. So it's kind of like that's why this date is, like, so important, because, like, they're like, I have to just tell them no matter what. Like, we have to see what this really is. They have to. Otherwise they lose you. Or things don't like, this new cycle between the two of you doesn't start off right. Yeah, it could be just like hiding something. Like maybe there's like a health issue that they have that they haven't really been upfront with you about. They've been kind of hiding it. Or it could be like a family issue or some sort of debt issue, or I don't know, they have like a crazy person in the family, or that issue with an ex that they weren't over yet, or they were engaged before, or I don't know. But it could also be you. It could be you get a promotion, you get another job back. Someone that you were really in love with comes back, and this could be that person too. This could be someone that's coming back and they realize like they messed up, they didn't respond back to your text, they ghosted you. Didn't even respect you with an answer or something like that. So it could go any way, depending on your situation, however this resonates with you. Okay, so how does this date end? We all want to know, right? How does this date end? 4 Wands, really happy. I knew I remember, I just, from that feeling of like dark to light, like it ends with a happy marriage and happy home. So for you, no matter what, however this date goes, you end up with a happy marriage and happy home. And that's all that counts, right? The Queen of Cups and the 5 of Swords, but I didn't shuffle correctly. It didn't pop out. Very similar cards. Okay. It happens very quickly and someone does get hurt. But it's not you. You end up with a happy marriage and happy home. But I feel like you have to make a choice. Someone does get hurt. This person or the other person, or what is this hurt feeling? I feel like you really, oh my gosh, Queen of Swords and the Tower. I feel like you really are blunt, come up with a risk. You're very blunt and honest, like, hey, you had your chance. You're cut off now. You're even surprised yourself, like maybe like, hey, I want a divorce, or hey, if you're not gonna leave this person, then I gotta go. It could be, this is my life, this is the things that you've done wrong, this is something I won't put up with, and I'm choosing this person. Or like, hey, like not choosing anyone. Like, hey, I'm not choosing you or this person. I'm not choosing this other person, but I'm not choosing you either because this is what you've done. So it depends on your situation. If this is a situation you want to dig deeper in, I recommend getting just a reading from me, and I'll go into that for you. But there's too many different situations that I can't. There's so many different kinds of people watching that pick this pile that it's hard for me to pick up on one singular energy. But yeah, if this resonated, I would love a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you, because like there's so many different variations of this pile that like I'd be interested to know, which of the 3 directions you're coming from, your energy is coming from. It really helps me a lot with my reading, so I really appreciate it. Whether you're new or you've been with me, you probably know that I've been on YouTube for 4 years and I'm coming back. And it's been kind of rough getting everything going again, burning the midnight oil kind of thing. And so I really appreciate every like and every comment. I respond back to every comment that I can. And I appreciate anyone that gets readings from me. It's so helpful for me at this time. Like literally all the donations I got for my last reading, I put right directly into purchasing new decks because I've been using these decks for a couple years now, and I mean, I can get unique information. Like I'm a great tarot card reader, I know that, but it's you know, doing things the right way isn't necessarily going to bring you immediate success, right? So having success over a long period of time gives you character. Having success in a short period of time gives you ego, right? Anyway, so I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 3 with the tiger's eye and candles. Let's look at what their ideal date with you is. What is the main theme of this date? Hanged Man. All right. I feel like this person may be kind of dramatic. They're bringing out all the theatrics I'm getting for this date. I feel like they go a little overboard. But it's all to kind of put on a good show for you, whatever that means. Fork in the road. And it's all kind of, we go 12, 13. 12 masculine, 13 the feminine. I feel like they're trying to like wow you and like kind of pull out all the stops, you know, pay a lot of money, dazzle you, because they're trying to hold off from making a decision that continues this connection further. So I feel like it's a fun date for sure. It's like they're pulling out all the stops, you know, they're playing the part really well, a little too well, you know. Like I feel like they're like, oh, if if I make them really happy with this date or with the dates I choose for us and specifically make for them. Like I feel like they they really design the best dates for you, or they would. This will apply whether you're single and little to no communication, if you've been in a relationship with them for a long time, or even married to them, or just dating. This could be a soon-to-be partner, a current partner, or a current long-term partner. But I feel like if this is a new connection, they're trying to kind of wait to make the decision, wait to kind of bring this connection to the next level. So they continue to do fun stuff for you, and they're very attentive, and they're really paying attention to what you like, and going dazzling you by going overboard and really pulling out all the stops. I keep saying that, but it's kind of like it's happening over and over again. They keep giving you all these amazing dates because they don't want to move to the next level, but they don't want to lose you either. And if you've been in a long-term connection with this person, long-term commitment, I feel like there's a decision to be made, and they're trying to I don't know, kind of sway you. I feel like they know what you like, and I don't know, maybe they want a lazy boy in the couch, a lazy boy couch in the living room, or you're planning a trip with them and they want to go to one place and you want to go to another, and so they kind of trying to sway you or something like that. So I don't know, they want something, and so they're trying to get you on their side. Yeah, because it feels like you're pushing for this connection to move forward, and they're yeah, just not just a second, not yet, and they're trying to do anything that they can. And it's kind of nice. It's kind of they spoil you. It's a really nice feeling on your end. I mean, you're getting spoiled. They're paying attention to you, what you want to do, what you want to eat, what you want to see. But it's kind of like they're delaying the inevitable, and you both know it's going in this direction. I mean, it's a ton of fun. I feel like on this date they would bring you out to hang out with mutual friends or with their friend groups, or they would even like treat your friends or your like siblings and your family. I don't know, they'd do something nice for your group of friends or your family, or they'd bring you along with their friends or something, or yeah, I feel like they don't want the fun to stop. They don't want like the honeymoon period to end, or if you've been in a long-term relationship, it's kind of like, I don't know, like maybe one of you wants kids and the other one's like, oh, just not yet, like I just want to have a little bit more fun, or you want to settle down or buy a home or move to a different location or move closer to family or take on more like obligations, more responsibilities, and they're like, can we just wait a little bit longer, maybe another year or something? And so they feel like if they can kind of do all these like nice things for you, treat you well, that you'll be okay with like waiting. They're like, see, this is why I want to spend the next like year or two just kind of having fun. It's gonna be worth it. I'll make it worth your while. Like, trust me. I mean, they're making a really good case, to be honest. But I can see your point. Wow, the Lovers card. There's this feeling, I don't know, and it's like kind of rising and up in them right now. This kind of feeling that, after, I don't know, this baby comes, or after you start this project or start this business or take on this responsibility, that you won't have time with each other, and they really love making love to you or something. They love your body, they love making love to you, they actually really love you, and they don't want that to change. They want, you to be young forever kind of thing, or you to be kind of, be the only one in each other's lives, like not having to take on more people, more responsibilities, having it only be you two. They're kind of nervous about having less time with you. So this date is really revolving around like, can I just be us two for a little bit longer? And they are very romantic about it. I mean, that's a very romantic thing to want, but of course life goes on. Like a kind of like, not fear of growing up, but kind of fear of change a little bit. It's not like a huge fear either. It's just like it is kind of like I don't want to grow up. Six of Wands. There's a lot of like, it's like half and half. Like they want half the dates with you to be like going out, having fun, partying, going to nice events, going to nice places, hanging out with different people. There's a lot of people. The Three of Cups and now the Six of Wands. There's a lot of people in here. I mean, it's fun. Like anything that costs money, like they're kind of down to do it with you. They kind of want to like live a life of luxury, and they're not sure they're gonna be able to do that while they're taking care of kids or taking care of like parents or grandparents, or starting this new project, starting this new, I don't know, degree or a new job, or moving to a new location or something like that, or moving away from friends or something. So they're kind of trying to delay the inevitable. But I'm getting like this date with you, these dates, because it's not just one. Like they're imagining like a year's worth of dates. Like I feel like they have like months worth of dates planned ahead of time. And they like half the dates with you staying in, doing romantic things like by candlelight, candlelit dinner, having some drinks at the fireplace. So I do see that they really just enjoy your company. They really just love you and like being with you. They're like, why do we need more than this? Okay, so let's see how the date would start. How would the date start? Our fate is to create an unforgettable story, but it came out in reverse. So I feel like let's just live for today. Let's forget about tomorrow. Let's forget about creating a story. Let's forget about creating something concrete or a legacy. Let's just live for today. Let me show you how fun it is to like not think about tomorrow and just be in it today. I feel like it might be not just to you. They might be avoiding something else in their life, moving forward with something else in their life. Like maybe they have to change jobs and they know it, but they don't want to do it yet. Maybe they have to move away from their friends or their family and they know it, but they don't want to do it yet. You know, anything along those lines. And so I'm getting this kind of very theatrical person, like being very like they'll pretend to be your server and like, you know, be like, what would you have for dinner tonight? Or Mr., what would you have for dinner tonight? Like I mean, there's a sexual component to that, right? Dressing up, playing characters, but like I feel like it's more like, I don't know, they like to play like fantasy games with you, like play out fantasies with you, pretend to be other people, or pretend that you own the boat, or pretend that like, you know, you're really rich and spend a date, like a date would be like spending money like as if you're really rich or something. I don't know, things like that. To my heart, soul, and mind, you are kryptonite. It came out in reverse. So I feel like you're the one who kind of holds them together and they recognize that. So yeah, there's a real feeling that they're putting more attention and focus on dates with you because they're trying to avoid something else. That's probably why they are. I feel like this person is really creative and imaginative too. And they're just very charismatic. You know, they probably draw a crowd that are really fun to listen to. They have great stories. They're a jokester, or they're just like really knowledgeable and like have a fun personality or something, a very unique personality, and so they're just like fun to be around. And so you don't mind this. You like anything, you liked being in their company too. Like you just like being with them, just like joking with them, whether it's just kind of, you know, going bowling or, you know, spending thousands of dollars on a very expensive, exclusive hotel night or something. So it's like whatever, like just being with them is really fun for you, and they feel the same about you. I feel like they feel that if things change and you to take the next step or go to the next level, take on more responsibility, that life won't be as fun anymore. Yeah, the Three of Cups again. Wow, the Four of Wands. I think the Four of Wands came out in every single pile so far. Okay. Yeah, they're like, I want to have fun, I don't want to get married, or I don't want to move in, or I don't want to buy a new house, or I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get to the happily ever after yet. I just want to keep this phase going. Okay, so what would the date be like? Beginning of this date. Although they like taking you out. Like, I feel like the second half of the date always ends up at their place or your place, or if you both have a place together. Even if you've been in a relationship for a long time, the date always continues at home, and it feels like it doesn't slow down. It just, the beat keeps going. The rhythm of the night keeps going. Rhythm of the night. Oh, that's a throwback. I guess like even more exciting at home I'm getting. Like before you even get to like lovemaking, it's just, you really enjoy each other's company. Like I feel like you two have so much fun together. You probably didn't even need this reading because it's like, yeah, any time spent with them is great. You don't even need to be on a date. You can just be like walking to the ice cream store or something. You could be just like shopping at IKEA or something, and you'll have a blast with them. And it's not just like once or twice or at the beginning of the connection. I feel like it's constantly like that. You two are constantly having fun together. Nine of Pentacles. You have a lot of good energy around you because of them. They keep your spirits high. You feel like you've been healthier being around them just because they make you laugh and smile, and they're really thoughtful and pay attention to you. So they really are good for your health, your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health. They really keep you in line. So you kind of feel maybe a little bit bad that you have to push this connection, but I feel like you've waited for this for so long. Oh, you don't want to wait for this too long. They're always there for you. If this is a person you haven't met yet, I feel like you'll realize that they're the kind of person that doesn't want to jump into a commitment, or the kind of person that needs to kind of be pushed along in the beginning, or always. And you don't mind that because they bring you life. They bring you so much joy. You really feel good in their presence, and they like it too. They like making you smile, making you laugh, doing little things for you. It's always a joy. Five of Pentacles. I'm getting even during hard times, they make it a joy to live. And if you probably feel like you have to kind of drag them while they're kicking and screaming to the next level, they won't ever leave you. Like, this person's like kind of very loyal to you. You're very loyal to them. You both kind of see that you're very compatible, very healthy for each other because you take care of each other's inner child a lot. And that's important. Same sense of humor, or you like the same things, have the same sense of style, same music tastes, like doing the same things, both have a lot of friends, or like socializing the same amount, whether that's a lot or a little. Okay. So the date would go just like any other day. I feel like you can't really distinguish between this date that they're thinking of and any other date because they're all kind of spectacular. Okay. So what would they be thinking and feeling on this date, and what kinds of actions would they take towards you? Start with actions. What kind of actions would they take towards you? I need more balance, but it came out in reverse. It's kind of like they're almost almost there. So if they are saying that they need a little bit more time, I would believe them, because it feels like they're almost there. I feel like you two have a really honest, like you have a really good, honest bond. You're really honest with each other. You tell each other when you need something. Like, you may want, for some reason, to go to the next step sooner rather than later. But they might also have very good reasons why they need to wait a little bit longer. And I would listen to them. They're really honest with you. They might actually show you, because this is their actions card. So they might actually show you like what they've been working on, whether it's like inner work or what they've been physically working on. Because I feel like there's a reason that they need so much escapism. There's a reason that they, like, maybe they're trying to save up money, or they're trying to figure out how to make the next step work, and maybe they're just like so close to finishing this thing, so they're not keeping you waiting for the wrong reasons. Like, they have good reasons, and they would show you this next date, that this ideal date for them, they would show you why they just need a little bit more time. This is a really good sign, because they wanted to show you, like, I might seem so kind of fun and take things so lightly and, you know, easy breezy, but I am very serious about us, and I am very serious about our future. I might play it off like a joke, like, oh, yeah, just give me some time, like, wait next year, like, don't worry, like, we'll figure this out by next year, or I'll do this for you next year, don't worry about it, or something. But then, like, in their ideal date, they want to show you their serious side and what they've been actually working on. So it start off fun, like usual, and then you may bring up the fact that I don't want to feel like I'm kind of forcing you to do this or something. Then they bring it, because I feel like this is a conversation you two have often, or if you haven't talked to this person for a while or a lot recently, like, this is something that always comes up in conversation, or in most conversations you two have, and it's kind of like, I don't want to be the party pooper, but, and like, bring this up while we're having such a good time, but this is important, you know? And so in their ideal date with you, they would show you their serious side and show you what they've been working on, or tell you what they've been working on. No in reverse. So I'm getting this very strong message from them that they would say, not now, but for sure in the future. I feel like they had to put their foot down, and this is why they want to do it kind of in a date setting, because they're too nervous of what you would say if you weren't having a good day. So, I mean, they normally like to keep you happy and laughing and smiling and feeling good, but they would particularly plan this date to make sure that you're in a good mood, and inevitably you would bring up this situation, and they like, I have to put my foot down, like, I have to say, not now but later, and this is the reason. Very interesting. How would they be thinking and feeling? I'm not blind to the signs. I do see them. So they're like, yeah, I'm not like stupid. Like, I know this is what you want, and I know this is what I want too, but like, and I see you hinting at it. I know you bring it up in conversation. Like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not saying this would never happen. I just need I need you to know. They need you to know what? I have options, but I only want you. I know that the other option would be to let go of this connection and you go your way and I go my way, and that way you might find what you want with someone else. Or if this is a long-term relationship with this person, they understand that you two may not always see eye to eye, but they've done a lot for you and compromised a lot for you, and they want to make you happy, but they want to also, I feel like this one they can't compromise on, and there's a reason. And so they're really asking you, it's like, I really love you, and I usually would do whatever to make you happy and go with whatever you want because you're what matters at the end of the day. But this is something I really, really, really hope that you can see my side on and let me make the decision on whatever this is. What is it? What could it be? An old friend. I feel like they might have like a friend that, I don't know, maybe asks them for money too much, or maybe needs help or something. It's gonna be an ex, but I think it's more of an actual just platonic old friend. It could also be an addiction or a bad habit. Let's see. What else could this be? Yeah, it kind of puts you in a difficult situation. Because I feel like maybe it's like I don't know, they get into crazy nights with their friends and you have to end up picking up the pieces and you're like, I don't want you hanging out with these friends anymore. Or, their job isn't good for them. They're around not so good people or not so good energies. And you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't stand this anymore. It could be you. It could be you that maybe you have a social media platform. You're an influencer of some sort, or maybe you have friends that they don't like, or family, or profession, whatever. And I feel like you or they end up picking up the pieces and it's like, no more. I can't. What a serious date. Where did this go? Okay, let's get to some fun parts. Okay. Their actions towards you. I'm getting they're very casual. There's a very casual air about this connection. I feel like, I don't know, something about you two just taking a nap together. That's very cute. You don't really mind as long as they're in the same room or something. Sometimes you just like to spend your time with each other in that way. I feel like you or them has never really asked the other person for any grand gesture, and that's why this thing is really a big deal. It's like, I don't ask for much. We both kind of keep to ourselves. We keep things lighthearted between us. But this is something I can't budge on. I think that's the thing. Both of you have so much fun and you like to keep it lighthearted and keep the energy between you and everything around you kind of light and fun and high vibes only. And so when it comes to having to ask the other person for something serious, it's kind of how do I go about this? no matter if this is like a new connection or you've known each other for a long time, it's still to this day kind of, I don't know, you don't feel right or they don't feel right asking them to do something for both of you, for the connection. It's really sweet. Their feelings about you. But they would go anywhere for you. Like, at the end of the day, whatever the situation is, they would do whatever they had to do to keep you in their life, to keep you happy. It's very sweet. 8 of Cups. Yeah. I do get like I feel like one of you might be like asking for help or asking the other person to stop helping someone, or like, you know, break a habit, an emotional habit. Maybe it has to do with drinking or some other bad habit that comes with cycles of emotions. They're like, I would continue this, like sucking it up and dealing with this even though I hate it, just because I want to stay with you. I would follow you wherever you led me. What is this? Wealth. And then a crush in reverse. Yeah, like I feel like they might have a problem, maybe gambling, maybe giving away too much, giving their time and energy to people too much. Okay, let's get back to you and your date. Okay, so there's a lot going on with this date. It's very fun, and then it turns serious all of a sudden. It's kind of a weird change, even during this reading, and it's because you two are normally not like that with each other. And it's seeing another side of them, seeing the serious side. You might not see it often, or you might not have to be serious with them. They might not have to be serious with you often. And so this is why this date is kind of significant. I feel like these readings have been like significant dates. It's really like dates that like change things. Okay, so how would this date end? You have a deep, serious talk. It's fun. And then deep and serious. Yep, the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you bring this up. They're anticipating it. Too many cards. And then you both find your way forward. I feel like they end up doing what you want, but in the end, both of you end up a little bit unhappy because they're doing it, but not because they're happy doing it, but because you asked them to. And they end up doing it and they're not happy, but they're okay with the fact that it makes you happy. So you both move forward, but let me get a future, like, where does this lead? Because this date might have started really well, as usual. Like, you two have a great time together, but then it turns really serious. You two are not used to that. You two decide on going with whatever you want, and it moves forward. Your connection moves forward, but the Sun card, yeah. In the end, it is positive. You are right. It's very, very happy. You both kind of get out of this kind of 5 of Pentacles energy where you're kind of like sad, feeling kind of left out in the cold. like you're with each other but not really with each other. You get out of the feeling pretty quickly with the Sun card, which is the ultimate positivity card. So does this go in a good direction eventually? Yes. This date goes well, even though you both kind of feel like, oh, like I wish, this made me happy, but it really doesn't. In the end, it does. It adds to both of your ultimate happiness. So I'm really glad. I hope you stayed until the end of this reading, because it's a very happy ending at the end. You get the magical fairy tale ending. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, I'd love a like and a comment on how this resonates, especially for the story. There's so many ups and downs. It feels like a true match made in heaven. If you're single, are excited that you're going to meet this person, or have this date, if you've been together for a long time, does this sound familiar? I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love and light. Hi, pile number 4. This is the Lapis Lazuli and the jewels. Let's see what their ideal date with you would be. What is the main theme of this date? Fortune's Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. It's a very lucky date. It's the date that is kind of destined. It's fated. It kind of feels like both of you were really waiting for something like this and didn't know when it was going to happen, and it's finally here. A moment like this, right? Some people wait a lifetime. It's here. I feel like this reading will resonate whether you're single and dating, or newly dating and little to no communication, if you've been in a relationship for a long time, or you've been married. But I feel like there's something about like some destined, fated event that you've been waiting for with this person, and it happens. So whether you've known this person for a very short time or a very long time, or you don't even know this person yet, it's like a very magical moment. I feel like it's like the beginning of like something, like a magical adventure or something. Regeneration. Yeah, it's so I'm getting, if you've known this person for a little bit or even for a long while, it really rejuvenates the connection. And it's like, I don't know, it's like you find like a mystical like treasure map or something, and you guys both go off to find the treasure. It's something like close to that. Like you find a hobby that you both like, or you both find some sort of interest, or a mystery to be solved, or I don't know, something. Oh, we have the jewels here too. Yeah, it's very like it's very exciting and adventurous. It brings out this kind of other side to both of you. And if you don't know this person yet, or if you've just started to hang out with this person, well, first off, if you don't know this person yet, the meeting is magical. And if you don't know this person yet, and you've only known this person for a short while, it's like it's the kind of relationship that you've been waiting for. It really changes the game. It's really exciting. It's fun. It really gives you energy again. Curiosity about life. You feel alive. So that's how the date is going to feel. This is the main theme of the date. Let's see. Wow, magic, basically. This date is magical. So this is something I feel like neither one of you could have planned. If you don't know each other yet, or know each other like not so much, very little, or it's like a recent thing, known each other for a short time, it feels kind of like this just happens out of the blue. Neither you or them plans this. It just happens to the both of you, and it's kind of like you're like in it for the ride. You're gonna have to go along for the ride kind of thing. It's like you're being swept away by this magical force on this magical adventure. And I mean, I'm laughing because it sounds like so ridiculous, but it's true. And it's just like, it does feel like that. It's like, are we in like a movie? Like, are we in a different world? Like, what is going on? Neither one of you is fighting this either. Like, you're like, oh, I can't wait to tell our grandkids about this, or I can't wait until they write stories about us, or I can't wait until we write a book about this, or something like that. Like, there's something very odd and mysterious and exciting and exquisite and adventurous about this date. Wow. I've come to learn that every single one of these dates are like very specific, important dates. And so, yeah, this one is kind of like life-changing. Like, you go on a life-changing adventure with your person. I feel like this is what they've always dreamt of. They've always dreamt of some sort of fantasy, like a sci-fi show kind of adventure with you. Maybe it's like playing a virtual reality game with you, or like, I don't know, maybe something more lifelike than that. You could download your thoughts into a game, be in a virtual world for real. I don't know, it's like a huge fantasy factor to this. Queen of Cups. There's definitely a feeling of like is everything so surreal, and both of you have each other for this date. Like, you're both on this adventure together. It's like, no matter what happens, we're in this together. You know, who knows if some pirate ship takes us down? I don't know, where is this coming from? It's very magical, mystical. But there's no doubt in either of your minds that something magical is happening, and you're both in it until the end. And you have each other, no matter what happens. Yeah, it's not even a thought. Neither one of you questions it. Neither one of you is like, oh, I'm out. You're both like, yep, this is happening, and we're doing this. We're doing this now. Okay. So let's see how this date would start, this magical adventure. This is fantastical. This is their ideal dream, okay? So maybe that's why all these piles are like the best of the best, right? Kiss me deep and love me forevermore. It's very romantic to them to kind of go on this adventure with you. Maybe they have a specific kind of sci-fi movie or game or comic or book or movie, or even just something fantastical. It could be even a rom-com, a romantic movie that they have a basis for this date for. It's very fantasy-based. This is definitely something they've fantasized about in terms of an ideal date. How much could it be true? I mean, in its own way, I think this can be an actual date. Just like more realistic, right? Love is a real pain. The heart can be blind and frozen. There's a reason that they go to a really unrealistic fantasy, like, very divine, very spiritual, very ethereal kind of date. And it's because real dates hurt. I'm getting real relationships hurt. Real long-term relationships hurt. So why can't we just live in this fantasy forever? That's why they fantasize about this ideal date with you to be so unrealistic and in a completely different world, in a fantasy world. Because then they can't be hurt if it's always in their imagination and never real. Wow. King of Wands, yeah. How would this date start? Well, they wouldn't be taking the lead, that's for sure. They would wait patiently to see when you give them the green light to make the next move. If you should take the next move or if they should. But once they get the feel of what you want, because I feel like they have a hard time reading you. So even if they plan like a really fantastical dream, or they have this really creative story that they want to tell you, a really creative date or activity that they want to do with you, or something like this happens, like an opportunity presents itself from seemingly nowhere, and both of you have this opportunity, it's like, oh yeah, like, I don't know, this group of friends have this boat and they have room for 2 more. Do you want to go on this adventure? And you're both just like, yeah. And they're kind of waiting to see what you say, and once they know what you want, they'll take the lead. And they'll be smooth sailing from there. But I just feel like in the beginning, they're not really sure, because in their mind, they know what they want, but they're never really quite sure what you want. So they're always kind of hesitant to make a move before you do. So they'll wait to see if you give the go ahead, and then you two move forward. Maybe it's an opportunity for, I don't know, someone has a cabin and, they offered it up to you for a week or something. Something along those lines. It's just like there's an opportunity that presents itself. They wait to see what you have to say. Are you going to be mad about it? Are you going to be excited? Are you going to feel weird? Are you going to hate it? It's just like they're waiting to see your reaction. I feel like, yeah, if this is a new thing, that makes sense, because they're like, don't know you that well yet, and they're trying to figure you out. But if this is like a long-term relationship, it's like even after all this time, all these years, they still, are afraid of like your reactions of what you would say, or they're not sure what you do like and what you don't like. It's like, I don't know. But once they understand, they like confidently move forward. One after another. 9 of Swords, 8 of Wands. I feel like they have to bring this out into the physical. They have so many creative ideas that they have to bring it out into the physical. I don't know. I feel like this person would do so much for you, but they get so stressed out. Did I make the right move? They'll go to the, like, they'll take great leaps for you, go to great lengths for you, but it stresses them out because they don't know if you'd like it, what you don't like, what you'd be excited for. Let's see what this is about. Celebration in reverse. Okay. What is... This isn't like it's not a surefire thing that it'll be good, whatever this adventure is. Like, it's like you both kind of take the leap, but it could end up horrible. You could end up lost in the middle of the woods and, you know, have to spend hours walking back or something like that, right? So it's like, or it can be like the most amazing thing, finding hidden waterfalls and, you know, beautiful local animals and, you know, having a picnic in the middle of this beautiful, massive landscape, just the two of you. It could go either way, you know? So I feel like they're more trying to see if you're willing to take that risk with them, take that leap with them, go on this adventure with them, whether it turns out good or bad. Kind of just be in it for the adventure, like not caring if it turns out good or not. If this is like a newer connection, it's kind of like they're trying to feel you out and see if you're down for the same things. If this is like a long-term connection, it's kind of like they're willing to see where they can push their boundaries and in terms of like the next adventure. Okay. So what would their actions on this date be with you? And how would they be thinking and feeling towards you on this date? See their actions towards you. I'm too afraid to talk to you, but it's in reverse, the 2 8s. So I feel like normally they're a little bit nervous talking to you. They feel like they're always going to say the wrong things. I feel like, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's between you, maybe it's from someone from the past, or maybe they've been chastised a lot for saying the wrong things at the wrong time or upsetting you, or I don't know, not knowing what the right things to say is always. So with the 2 8s, like they manifest talking to you without fear. So their ideal date is that they'd always just say the right things to you, and they're not afraid about making decisions for the two of you on this date. You'd like it no matter what happens. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're like afraid of you complaining or afraid of, I don't know, you not being happy, you're not remembering it in a happy way, something along those lines. Think before you act. Yeah, that's totally it. So like they're constantly thinking before they do things. Well, they do a lot for you, and they would do a lot for you in this state. I mean, more than most do a lot for you. But they're constantly like overthinking in their mind. It stresses them out because of anxiety. They say the wrong things, do the wrong things, make you unhappy, things like that. And so they're in their ideal date, their ideal situation with you. They would never be like that. They'd always do the right things, always make the right moves. Okay, what are some of the actions? I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. Yeah. They feel, I mean, your words cut, I'm getting. So they're nervous speaking around you. Maybe if you've known this person for a long time, maybe you've had some not so good luck in communication with each other recently, or there's a lot of offending each other. If this is a new connection, it might be similar, like you might have offended the person, or they might have offended you. Yeah. And so they're nervous to talk around you now. I do want to make things right with you. Give me the opportunity. They feel like they made a blunder. And so in their ideal date, it is, first of all, fantasy-like, because that way they don't get hurt. Because I feel like you do hurt them with your words or your actions or your disapproval, or, I don't know, when you are upset when you hang out with them or something. I feel like you're very vocal about your emotions, and so they pick up on things and they take it on, and they get overstressed, or they overthink, they get stressed, they get overwhelmed. The Hierophant, this is a long-term relationship. Like they want a long-term relationship with you if they don't have one already, and if you do, yeah, things are moving quickly. The Chariot came out twice. I feel like there's a lot of movement, like ready for the next adventure, like we're rejuvenated, let's get our energy back, and let's put energy into our connection, into our next adventure, like we're getting this opportunity, let's take it, kind of thing. Our next adventure. So they're kind of the only like hesitation is this communication thing, or that you being disappointed in their actions or their words or something like that. That's the only hiccup, and they want to resolve that. So in their wildest fantasies and their date with you, they have this fantastical adventure where they're saying the right things, they're doing the right things, they're the knight in shiny armor, or they come off looking really good, and you applauding them and right by their side. They think about it so much that they fantasize about it. Okay. So what would they say to you? What would they talk to you about? I'll never give up on us. Yeah. They're like, this is an issue and I need to solve it before we get to the next thing, because we have to get to the next thing. They're really a really good cheerleader. They're always supportive. They're always doing a lot of things for you. It's really nice. I'm in love with you. Very much so. It's very obvious. And it's very cute. Their energy and how worried they become about the smallest things with you. In fact, they might tell you that all the time. Anytime you get into an argument, they're like, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better. I'm trying to do all these things for you. Find joy in the journey. Wow. Yeah, they want you to be happy. They're like, we're on this beautiful journey together in life. I just want you to be happy. I just want you to enjoy it. The ups and the downs. You're with me. It's very sweet. Okay, and last but not least, how would this date end? How would this date end? Oh, too many cards. With you two working together. You're both in love with each other. It's great harmony there. You two would start this adventure together. In some cases, this is also the Three of Pentacles, a marriage card. So I do see it does work out. I feel like in this situation, they're pushing you into this next chapter. Even if they, I'm getting like, if I have to even with some blood, sweat, and tears, like I'm getting us to where I know we can reach harmony. I feel like they feel like that constantly. Like they're always getting cut a little bit. It's not that comfortable. If I were you, I'd work on how you talk to this person, because they're much more sensitive, and they overthink it much more than you know. The Strength card, yeah. They feel like they constantly have to quiet you down or tame you or like make you feel better or take care of you, and it's like, who's gonna be there to, do that for me? Yeah, but this new adventure is about to start. What is this new adventure regards to? Pets, animals. Yeah, you might be getting a new pet or animal. I just mentioned animals, like seeing animals maybe in a different location. I'm getting like different animals than you're used to seeing. Not really a zoo, but like I feel like in their local setting. So maybe you're going to live in a different location. Maybe get a pet or animal together. It's a little bit of a sexual theme here. Yeah, with the Emperor, the Strength card, and the King of Wands, and the Page of Wands now. A little bit of a, I don't know, pushing you to be a little bit more sexual, be more sexually adventurous, or just kind of like get your energy back in that sense, like to revive your sexual life or something, or revive it through your lust for life, and then hopefully that will regenerate the lust for each other. This is a new connection. I feel like they want to explore the other side, and you might have been kind of a little bit more, not prudish, but more reserved and kind of waiting for the right time. It's like, what better time than this? This Wheel of Fortune, like you're literally being gifted an opportunity. It can't get more romantic than this. You're literally being gifted a place, or something like that. Entertainment, gaming, social events. Yeah, I do feel like maybe it's like being invited to a wedding, or a really fun event. Yeah, it seems like a great time. It seems a lot of fun. Alright, so if you resonated with this reading, I would love a comment, a like. Just your presence here has been very helpful in getting my channel back to where it was. If you don't know me and my history here, I've been on the channel for 4 years, and I took a year off to figure out how to move forward in my spiritual career. And I came back confident, but I came back demonetized and having to kind of almost start from scratch, but not exactly from scratch. And it's been a wild journey these past few months, past year. But yeah, so just your beautiful light here today has been so helpful. Thank you so much. Appreciate the like and comments, and staying till the end of the reading. Alright, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love and light.